Good evening. Welcome everyone to the opening of the CEPT Excellence Awards Exhibition. May I request Dr. Bimal Patel, President of CEPT University, to say a few words.
Good evening and welcome. Beginning in Monsoon 2018, CEPT University established awards for excellence in student work done as part of the Studio Unix in UG program. This applies to the L2 studio units for second and third year students and L3 studio units for fourth and fifth year students. These awards are intended to complement the regular grade that students receive from their tutors. This is the third iteration of the awards and the exhibition. They are now called the CEPT Excellence Awards. There's a slight change in the process this time based on the feedback from the previous cycle. As you all know, the objective of the Excellence Awards and exhibition is to ratchet up excellence in teaching and learning at CEPT. The awards and exhibition aim to recognize and celebrate the best student work done as part of studio units each semester. The best studio work as identified by a special jury appointed by the university. The jury, let me just tell you who is on the jury. First of all, Archana Shah. She's a textile designer, studied at NID, and the founder of Bandage. She has designed costumes for theatre and a few feature films. She has also designed architectural textile installations at Festival of India, inaugurations at Paris, Moscow, Leningrad, and Tashkent. Archana's work in textile design is of a very high order. Bobby Desai is an architect with over 25 years of practice experience. He holds a BA Honours in Architecture from Kingston University and a postgraduate diploma with honours from the Architectural Association in London. Bobby Desai was also chair of the jury panel. Another member of the jury, I don't see Dinesh here. Oh, there you are, Dinesh. Dinesh Sharma is a product designer. He was also trained at NID and at the Indo-German tool room in precision manufacturing. His product design work is of the highest order. Fourth member of the jury is Walter D'Souza, a renowned artist and printmaker. Besides printmaking, his work also includes glass paintings, watercolors, and sculpture. He's also been a visiting faculty at many institutions, of course, at CEPT University also. This jury, Archana Shah, Bobby Desai, Dinesh Sharma, and Walter D'Souza, is of an extremely high caliber, and the intention of the university is to have somebody who themselves are, whose own work is of a very high order, so that they make the judgment about what's the best student work here. At the time of the semester end exhibition for Monsoon 2019, the jury panel reviewed student projects in all L2, L3 studios and shortlisted 21 student projects and 7 studio units for consideration for the Excellence Award. All shortlisted projects and studio units made a short presentation to the jury panel, and from amongst them, the jury selected 10 student projects and 5 studio units as winners of the Excellence Awards. Let me clarify that there was absolutely no mandate given to the jury panel regarding the number of award winners they needed to select. They were not given any mandate regarding to what type of work they may consider excellent. It was entirely their choice. Their only mandate was to select projects and studio units that reflect a high level of excellence. Alongside the jury panel, alongside, the jury panel also selected the top 3 student projects which will receive a cash award of rupees 1 lakh each, supported by the Gujral Foundation. These are called the CEPT Gujral Foundation Excellence Awards. Before proceeding further, let me tell you a little bit about the Gujral Foundation. The Gujral Foundation was founded by Mohit and Firoz Gujral, son and daughter-in-law of the eminent painter Satish Gujral. Their foundation was meant to support cultural development in India, particularly in the fields of contemporary art, architecture, and design. Over the last decade, the foundation has supported 150 artists in more than 50 projects in India and around the world, including collateral events at the 56th Venice Biennale, the Kochi Biennale, and the Shanghai Biennale. The Gujral Foundation has begun a 5-year program with CEPT University, during which they will be presenting 6 annual awards to our students, 3 of which are being presented today. They will also be hosting a course at the Winter School and loaning works by some of India's leading contemporary artists and architects to the university. Though they were unable to make it today in person, Mr. and Mrs. Gujral extend many congratulations to the awardees and all our honor students. I'm also very pleased to count Mohit Gujral amongst our alumni at CEPT, and we are thankful to the Gujral Foundation for their support for these 3 excellence awards. As you all know, CEPT University is focused on continually enhancing its efforts in striving towards excellence. A big part of it is the Excellence Awards for students and studio units that will be given out today. But the real work of striving towards excellence is done by all our teachers and staff and all of you on a daily basis. Hence, since the last cycle, on the day we launch our Excellence Awards, we also take the opportunity to recognize the staff members whose performance has been identified as excellent in the performance year 2018. Let me say one more thing about these awards and the performance appraisals. If CEPT University has to thrive as a merit-based institution, then we have to be able to recognize excellence and reward excellence. Many of you have done very good work in your studios and in your performance. If we have to move forward, we have to continually raise our own bar, first individually and then collectively as an institution. Only those individuals and institutions that continuously raise their bar incrementally, slowly, every year, year after year, they are the ones that thrive. I hope this exhibition and the awards will inspire us to move further towards excellence. I'd like to thank you, each and every one of you, for all the efforts you are making in moving the university forward. I'm sure that if all of us start pushing ourselves further in small ways, each day we will transcend our limits and rise to higher and higher levels of performance, of excellence, of achievement, and finally of fulfillment. Let me come back to the task at hand. It is wonderful to see the work displayed in the exhibition, which you will all get to see shortly. 10 student projects and 5 studio units, which represent the best work in the L2, L3 studios of the university, are displayed. So let's get on with the program, Chirayu. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bimal Bhai. May I request Bobby Desai to say a few words on behalf of the jury panel.
Thank you, Chirayu. Thank you, Bimal. This is the third exhibition showcasing undergraduate work considered to be of an excellent standard at CEPT. And the second time, an external panel of industry experts has been asked to select work for the Excellence Awards. This is a reflection of the university's openness and growing confidence and quality in the work being produced at the university. As Bimal said, the panel consists of myself, I'm an architect, and chair of the selection panel, which sounds very grand, but it basically means I do all the admin, and Dinesh, Sharma, Archana Shah, and Walter. The creative diversity of the panel has been a great asset to the process, and this can be seen in the broad spectrum of the projects selected. The panel would urge the university to maintain a similar diversity when considering the composition of next semester's panel. I think that's really quite important, and a point that Bimal made very well. There are a few changes to the end of semester exhibition and the selection process, so I'd like to take a few moments to explain what they were and what we were looking for in the process that we followed. Firstly, and very importantly, I think, it was a pleasure to see the Faculty of Technology included in last semester's exhibition. The work on display adds a vital dimension to the exhibition and is a recognition of the fundamental role these subjects play in the design process. So what were we looking for as a panel? The objective of the Excellence Award selection process is to select the best work on show. We consciously avoided detailed descriptions by tutors and students. Our role was to select the best presentations that best spoke for themselves. Therefore, our primary focus was on assessing the quality and clarity with which the projects were presented. As the selection panel consisted of professional designers from 4 distinct disciplines, architecture, industrial design, textile design, and fine art, naturally each member of the selection panel brought different values and predilections to the selection process. And each one of us had different ideas about what was or was not a good project. But we were all in complete agreement on what the principal assessment criteria should be. And that was the importance of high standards of drawing and the need for clarity of communication. As students, I'm sure you're all aspiring to be great designers. Otherwise, why else would you be at a great university? Whether your passion is interior design, architecture, product design, urban design, or some other form of design. And I'm sure that when you finish your studies, you aspire to be successful practitioners in your chosen profession. If you want to be recognized as both a great designer and to be successful, excellence in design and effective and clear visual communication are both an absolute necessity. In fact, the origin of the word design is drawing, so the two are essentially the same thing. A great design, communicated poorly, is great only in the mind of the designer. We awarded excellence in 2 areas, for individual works and for studios as a collective. Excellent studios fell into 2 categories. Those that had a consistently high standard of individual work across the board, and those that were focused on group learning, where the focus was not on individual excellence, but the studio objectives were progressive, relevant, and the students were encouraged to take risks and be experimental. The panel agreed that it is a credit to the university that such experimental and speculative studios are supported and given space to evolve. In both cases, it was clear that the success the studios enjoyed was a direct result of a healthy and nurturing learning culture based around rigor, quality, and openness of teaching. So credit, and this is a really important point, so great credit goes to all faculty, teaching assistants, and the students involved in those studios. Individual works of excellence range from comprehensive projects, urban scale projects, to products, and occasionally even a single drawing. At an individual project level, we were looking for inventive solutions illustrated with well-crafted and carefully considered presentations. These could be meticulous and precise, or exuberant and loose, as long as they communicated the designer's intent with clarity. We were assessing how successfully the presentations communicated the following 6 aspects of their design. Firstly, is the basic proposition relevant and robust? Secondly, how legible is the concept in the drawings? 3, is the intellectual diagram strong? 4, is the final proposal clear? Does it reflect the ambitions of the concept? 5, we were looking for clearly articulated aspects of detail, materiality, and structure. And finally, we were looking for drawings and models that were evocative, that gave us an understanding of the quality, character, and experience of the space and object, and equally importantly, its context. How well these 6 objectives were met directed us to determine if an individual student's work could be considered to be of an excellent standard. So what was the process we followed? The panel welcomed the feedback we received from faculty and students, and we are constantly seeking to evolve and improve the selection process. On this occasion, we selected a long list of 21 students and 7 studios from the end of semester exhibition. They were all invited to make a brief presentation. So this was not a jury, it was an opportunity for students to make a presentation. It was an opportunity for students to reflect, refine, and refocus their work and presentations if they wished. And also it was an invaluable opportunity for us to interact with faculty to better understand their studio objectives and their pedagogy. The panel and I would like to congratulate all students and studios on their selection. Many of the students that took part in the presentations had done considerable extra work in preparation, and the faculty are to be thanked for taking the time to explain their objectives. Everyone who took part is to be applauded for the quality of their presentations. After these presentations, it is fair to say that there was much lively and passionate, but never heated discussion. Well, perhaps a little heated. Dinesh, you know who I'm talking about. Before we all agreed on the final list of excellent studios and students. 5 excellent studios and 10 excellent projects were selected. Now, I'm very fond of statistics, so this represents just over 10% of the total of 43 L2 and L3 studios, and approximately 2% of all 568 L2 and L3 students. So all 15 exhibitors are to be congratulated on being selected. As can be seen from this exhibition and the end of semester exhibition, there can be no doubt that the standard of work at CEPT has improved consistently across all faculties over the last 4 semesters. So congratulations to all students and faculty again. The next and final stage of the selection process was to select 3 students from the 10 exhibited for a special prize. It was extremely difficult to choose just 3. And this is where the heated discussions happened. So it was extremely difficult to choose just 3 from the shortlisted 10. Before the 3 prize winners are announced by the provost, the members of the selection panel would like to thank the president, the provost, deputy provost, and the Teaching and Learning Center for giving us the opportunity to see and discuss such stimulating work, and for inviting us to continue to contribute to the continuing success of CEPT University. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bobby. Now we move along to the heart of the process here, which is to give out the awards. May I request Dr. Tridip Surud, Provost, to come and give out the awards. We will start first with the studio units, the 5 studio units. The first one is from drawing boards to construction sites, Kartikeya Shodhan, Janvi Bhatt, and Manthan Mewada. The next one is Tectonic Operations, Smith Vyas and Hitarth Majitia. Turn around. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. The next one is Occupied, Graphic Anatomy of Everyday Urban, Mansi Shah, Kruti Shah, and Vaishal Patel. The next one is Fictional Spaces, Jai Thakkar and Kamna Vyas. And last but not the least, Concrete, Exploring its Versatility, Nikunj Dave, Bhargav Tewar, Chintan Vora and Sudarshan Chaudhary. Thank you. We now move to the student projects. The first project is Varisha Chauhan. Project was Water Tank Tower at Science Museum, part of the studio Tectonic Operations. Varisha Chauhan. No, she's not there? Okay. She's there? No. No. Okay. We'll move to the next one. Aditi Kanodia. Visitor Center at Jaisalmer. Studio is Masterstroke, Matters of Architectural Language. Next is Nisarg Shah. Project is Scaffolding Plugins. Studio is occupied, Graphic Anatomy of Everyday Urban. The next one is Raghav Kohli, Unbound Ambli, Occupied the Living Heritage. Next is Poonam Parikh. Project is Opening the Built. Studio is occupied from utopias to heterotopias, migrant housing. Next is Khadija Mansoori. Project is Kunti, Love, Sacrifice and Survival. Studios, Fictional Spaces. She's not here? Okay. Seventh one. And after this we have the three CEPT Gujral Foundation prize winners. This is the last one before that. So the seventh one is Gaurav Mewada, Enhance a Therapy Center to Achieve Calmness and Balance. Thank you, sir. May I request Dr. Bimal Patel to come and give out the awards for the CEPT Gujral Foundation Excellence Awards. The first one is Arsh Kania, Visitor Center at Jaisalmer, Master Stroke, Matters of Architectural Language. Next is Hitanshu Pandya, In Between Architecture, Occupied, Graphic Anatomy of the Everyday Urban. And the last one is Sharan GS, Rethinking Lost Space, Studios Narratives in Architecture. Sharan GS. Congratulations to all the award winners. We will now hand out the awards for excellent performance for the year 2018-19. And the first award for excellent performance is Ms. Adita Hiranandani, Registrar. Dr. Sejal Patel, Professor, Faculty of Planning. Next is Dr. Gauri Bharat, Associate Professor, Faculty of Architecture. Next is Dr. Archana Shah, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Technology. Next is Mr. Vishal Mehta, Assistant Professor, CEPT Foundation Program. Ms. Hansa Gohel, Accountant and Manager Administration, Central Accounts. And finally, Mr. Ajit Singh Parmar, Pune for IT Services. Thank you, sir. Many congratulations to all the winners. May I request Professor Tridip Surud to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you. What a wonderful institution to be part of, and what a great evening. Really, this is the occasion where we celebrate the teachers, the students, and all those who make teaching possible at the Institute. And thank you very much, all the studio tutors, teaching assistants, the deans, the program chairs, this is really what education ought to be all about. Also, to the jury, I've seen part of your interaction, and it's there could be nothing more collegial, but nothing more intellectually invigorating as the kind of debates that you have. Thank you for the time that you give and the affection with which you do that. Really grateful personally and on part of the institution. To all my colleagues who make this possible, the design team, Jai, and your team, which makes the exhibition possible, the communication team, the endowment team, the Gujral Foundation, which has given us the opportunity to celebrate through a cash award. Also, the communications team, but most importantly, the TLC, led completely dependable colleague and a friend, Chirayu, who makes this look effortless, and we know it's not at all effortless. It's really great work that Chirayu and the team put in to make this possible. So thank you very much. We also, I think, have the book ready. So thank you. So we, I think the press and Navjeevan made that book possible. So thank you all. Let's release the book and celebrate. Thank you. and the library, Arthur and Tejaswini Ben. Thank you, lending us the space that, as you do every time.
Can I call upon the jury panel and the deans and Bimal Bhai to come and open the catalog? Yeah. May I request Bhargav and Nikunj to come and open the exhibition on behalf of all of us. Thank you all. The exhibition is now open. May I request all the award winners to gather towards the South Plaza for photographs, and subsequently at 6 o'clock we have the lecture starting. So till then, enjoy the exhibition.